Shalom Akim. This your brother Samat, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, and double honors to our elders, apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect and to you sincere brothers that's doing this work, laboring in truth, and you sincere sisters that's listening and learning, okay? All right, now, this is a topic we was talking about at camp for just briefly, but really before we even started camp earlier today. You brothers can check out the camp video we did earlier on Servants of the Throne. I may even put the link in the description below just to our channel so you brothers can check it out, our camp channel. But we were just pretty much going into, how Jake have, nice things in his truth. Pretty much like you can't use this truth as an excuse to be a bum. I'm sorry. I understand we're not of the world. We just living in the world. We seek in the kingdom. We want this place to be destroyed. We want Yahweh Shah to come back. We want the kingdom, right? That's our end all. That's our end goal. That's what we strive for. That's why we patiently wait and we do this work so that we can bring Yahweh Shah back sooner to wake up the sheep. But on the same token, you brothers got to understand, like, don't dig yourself into the hole, man. Don't put yourself into a hole. Don't think because you in the truth that you can't diligently seek to make a living, or diligently seek to make a good amount of money. It's all about balance. So let me see. I'm gonna get a first precept, but it's pretty much about balance. I'm gonna start off with this script. I'll leave that as the script I'm gonna get. It's all about balance, guys. It's all about balance. So as long as you're not putting all your time, energy, and effort into making money and seeking the pleasures of this life, then you are. As long as you got a good balance between doing the work, you going to camp every week, maybe, some brothers go twice a week, 3 times a week. Brothers at my camp, we try to get out twice, maybe even 3 times a week, So we do our work, plus we do our videos, and we get our studies in when we can. In our videos, videos and reading and stuff, we get that in when we can. But for the most part, what we do is we constantly, part of doing the work is also constantly just talking with brothers. I'm in my camp's group chat as well as another group chat with a bunch of other brothers from other camps. So we constantly talking with brothers. We constantly in the spirit. We constantly meditating. These are the things that add to your balance. Okay, constantly thinking on the Lord, constantly talking to brothers about the word, about the truth. That's part of doing the work. That's part of balance. Okay, like I said, you get your studies in when you can. You get your videos in when you can. You get your videos. I mean, when I say videos, I mean watching videos. I guess you can put that in the studies. But you get your lessons in. Three minimum a week. You do that to the best of your ability. That should be pretty easy. But I understand how some brothers may get got a little distracted, or there might other things going on. But that's just things that you work on and you push forward and you strive. But I'm going to start at Ecclesiastes 7:16. It says, "Be not over righteous much, neither make thyself or wise. Why shouldest thou destroy thyself?" Exactly. So why should you destroy yourself? You literally putting yourself into a hole by just not, or doing the least amount of work to make money in the world. That's not very wise. If you understand, that you have a certain amount of money that you need to make to pay your bills. Let's say you got $1,000 a month in bills, right? For whatever. Let's say you got your rent $700, whatever. Let's say your rent is $700 and all your utilities are included. You got your phone bill might be like $70 or whatever. You might got internet might be like $50. Everything pretty much adds up to $1,000, not including like food and miscellaneous, right? Because you gotta understand, you still got miscellaneous things. Your brother's on a car, you got gas. You got entertainment. You still, at the end of the day, we still gotta, do things that we enjoy. Whether that's some people might go into the movies, some people like going out to eat. Some brothers like doing little hobbies like paintballing and go kart. Whatever your thing is. Okay, but you gotta remember this, as the scriptures say in Second Ezra, the 6th chapter, going all the way down to the 54th verse and down. I'm not really going to grab it. I'm just going to paraphrase it. But the scriptures say that the earth and the world was created for our sake. Okay. And if the earth was created for our sake and we are to receive an inheritance of the earth, why is it going off if we enjoy things that are in the world? If the world was created for our sakes, as long as the thing that you're doing is not going off, is not unlawful according to the scriptures, as long as you're not doing anything unlawful, then by all means, brothers, do your thing. You know, have your hobbies. If you like to go and going to the shooting range is another thing that some brothers like to do. That's not going off, okay? Shooting guns is not going off. As long as you're not being carnal about it. Posting with guns, that's not being wise. That's the thing. That's being carnal, not being wise. Posting yourself with guns and carrying guns as protection, you know, things like that is not wise. But if a hobby of yours is to go to the shooting range, by all means, there's no law against that. If your hobby is to go shoot paintball, if your hobby is go-kart racing, if your hobby is golfing, playing sports, working out, going to watching movies, going to the movie theater, going out to eat. Some brothers like to go out to eat and try a bunch of different restaurants. As long as you ain't eating no abominable food like pork, shellfish, and things like that, then you good. You know, you're good. And there's nothing wrong with making money. The scriptures say that the love of money is the root of all evil, but money is a defense. Let me get that. Oh, it's right in the same chapter. Couple verses up. It says, "For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom give life to them that have it." It's all about wisdom, brothers. It's all about wisdom. You know, these are simple things that you got to understand. You know, there's some brothers that already have this. A lot of brothers already have, but then there's some brothers that still, you know, put this hell on themselves. Okay, you know, like I said, it's all about balance. You know, you got to have a just balance. You got to you got to have times. You have 24 hours in a day. You give 6 to 8 hours of sleeping, then that leaves you with another 16 to 18 hours in a day. You might put 8 hours of work in to make the sufficient amount of money, and you still got a whole nother, you know, bit of time. All right, you know, you give a couple hours to studying, watching videos. That's all it really is, man. You know, it's not this truth is not a prison. This truth is just our culture and our way of life. That's literally all it is. Our way of life is keeping the law, statutes, commandments, reading the scriptures because the scriptures is our comfort, and it's part of us getting our knowledge. It's like our school. You gotta look at it like the scriptures is like our schooling. This is how we learn what we need to know to do our culture right, to live abundantly. Because at the end of the day, like it says in the Deuteronomy 28th chapter, when it goes into to the blessings before it gets to the curses, if we keep these law, statutes, commandments, and we do right by the Lord, He's going to bless us abundantly. In the kingdom, yeah, that's when the Lord is going to give us the desires of our heart, and He's going to rain blessings upon us more than we can even, you know, than we even need, you know. But on this side, the Most High give you a little liberty. So give you a little blessings. He'll throw you a bone here and there, throw you a little treat, a little snack here. But He's not going to give you more than you can handle. He's not going to overwhelm you with blessings on this side, because we're still in the flesh and we're still subject unto sin and going off. So if the Lord knows you better than you know yourself. So if the Lord know you can handle, if the Lord know you can handle a job where you make $100,000 a year, then that's what, you know, that may be a lot. But to another brother may not be able to handle $100,000 a year, because $100,000 a year is great money here in America. Believe it or not, if you are a smart person with your money, and you are wise to know how to live an abundant life with money, like for instance, you can drive a nice car and only make $100,000 a year. Like you can drive a Benz, a S550 Benz, which if you buy a brand new S550 Benz, you spending like 100 something K for that car. But you smart, let me go get a year that's 5 years old and spend literally a fraction of the price. Instead of 100,000, I bought this S550 Benz for $20,000, and now I'm riding a clean, nice car. You know, these are just things that you have just common knowledge. Like, yo, what am I fucking driving a brand new $100,000 car that's just going to depreciate soon? The moment a couple thousand, like literally tens of thousands of dollars, as soon as I drive it off the lot, put 1 mile on it and drive it off, it already depreciated $30,000-$40,000. You know, so that's just the wisdom of it. You know, you want a BMW, don't get a 2020 BMW, get you a 2012, 2013, and you're spending a fraction of the price. You know, this is you can get you a really nice crib somewhere in a decent neighborhood and only spend, you know, every city of course has different property values and sizes of houses. Here in Philadelphia, in the city, it's $250,000-$300,000. You're getting a row home. You know, maybe a single, but it's not huge. But you go down south like Georgia, $200,000, you get damn near a half, a mini mansion. So, you know, it's all about using your liberties, okay? But the point is, you have to give your praises and dues unto the Lord, okay? Now I'm gonna go into Sirach 14:11. It says, "My son, according to thy ability, do good to thyself, and give the Lord his due offering." So that's it. That's all it is, man. Do according to your ability. Every brother has different abilities, man. You know, every brother can handle different things. But whatever you do good unto yourself, man. Don't put yourself into a hole. Stop telling you ain't shit. Don't be in that woe is me spirit. You know, do good to yourself. If you got the ability to go make a couple, you know, if you got the ability to go do a job and make a couple $1,000, as long as it's not interfering with you doing this work, it's not going off, then by all means go do it. You know, shit. If you get a 30-minute hour lunch break, shit, get do a lesson on your lunch break. That's you showing the Lord your faith. You like taking the time out of your work schedule to go do a video. Let's say you got downtime on your job. I do this at work too. If I got downtime at my job, I put my headphones in. I got some AirPods. I just put my AirPods in. They're really discreet, even though I'm allowed to have them in at work, but they're really discreet. There's no wire hanging around. It's Bluetooth. I just put one in my ear. I throw a video on YouTube, and then boom. Now I'm getting the word while I'm at work, and I'm eating, I'm feeding the spirit even while I'm at work. You know. Sometimes I got real downtime. If it's a late night, I'm closing. It's an hour before close. It's really slow. No customers coming in. I did everything I needed to do before we closed the store. For the most part, I did all the stuff I needed to do. Cleaned, paperwork. Now all I got to do is really close. Shit, I'll pull my Bible app out and I'll read it. I'll get some chapters in. You know, it's all about the balance. So do good into yourself. You know, if you got a car, you want to make some money, go drive Uber, go drive Lyft. By all means, make some money, make some extra money. If you can make an extra $1,000 a month to appease your spirit or your flesh, then do it. You know, you want to drive a nice car, go buy you a nice car, man. It's all about where you put your treasures. That's all it is, man. As long as you ain't treasuring and valuing these things, man. Bro, it's a car. You buy a $50,000 car. At the end of the day, it's just a car, man. We already know that all this shit don't mean nothing. We just enjoying the things that we can while we got it. It's just that simple, brother. It's just that simple, man. But at the end of the day, like this, the most important thing in this verse is, first and foremost, is to give the Lord his due. And second, to do good to thyself, man. So you, like you said, you go and buy you a new crib. You get you a nice, comfortable crib. Decorate that joint, man. Make it real cozy. Get some nice furniture, some rugs, some pictures, and some incense lighters, and you just burn some incense. Get a nice aroma going on. Might buy some decorative stuff like menorahs, Ten Commandments, stones, whatever. Some pictures and artistry of our culture. Hang it up. Make your crib real cozy, comfortable. Get a nice outdoor set. Hey, and we know what you do at the end of the day. You give all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. Everything you do. When somebody say, "Yo, bro, this is a nice crib. This joint nice." Hey, man, I appreciate that, man. All praise to the Heavenly Father, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushai for blessing me with this, man. That's all it is, man. Yo, that's all it is. You want to get you some jewelry, you get you some jewelry, but just don't do things in vain. Don't do things to be vanity. Buy jewelry. Now you want to take pictures with your chain and boast your. That's the main thing. Your boast. Don't be a boastful person. Don't buy something and boast about it. Talk about, yeah, I got this new chain. Yeah, I got this new watch. It's gold. You know what I mean? Yeah, I just dropped like 10 racks on it. You know what I'm saying? I do this. Nah, bro, it's being a nigga. You know what I mean? You get your joint. You got it. It's a nice joint. Somebody compliment you on it. Hey, appreciate that, man. All glory to Heavenly Father. It's simple as that. Even if it's somebody in the world, you can say something as simple as this. Somebody, oh, bro, that's a really nice watch. Hey, appreciate that, man. Thank God for that, man. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm blessed. Blessed by the Heavenly Father. You can just say something simple as that. That's something universal, man. You know, simple, man. Um, I'm gonna jump to a next script. I'm gonna grab cause I was just going into it like don't place your treasures on these things. This is Matthew 6:33. I'm gonna just get to this. It says, "But seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh and His righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you." So as long as you seek in the kingdom of heaven, that's where your heart is. That's where your treasure is. Literally, like that's what you really desire to lay your roots. Is in the kingdom of heaven, you know. And you seek in the Most High the righteousness. Righteousness meaning you're desiring this spiritual body so you can be righteous. You're desiring to keep the law to the best of your ability and have faith because doing the law, studying, reading, and teaching are ways that you show your faith to the Lord. Because you can't just say you believe and have faith in the Most High, but you have no works to back it up. So as long as you're seeking the kingdom of heaven, all these things will be added to you. Man, the Most High will throw you bones left and right. He'll throw you opportunities. You'll just be studying and having faith in the Lord, doing the works. Next thing you know, you get hit up for a new job. Somebody, yo, bro, hey, I got this new gig. You make your own schedule. It's paying like this. And then, you get blessed with a new job. And you making more than, above your means. You might, like I said, you might have $1,000 a month in bills. But then you get a job where you're making $3,000 a month. And $3,000 a month really ain't a lot of money here in Babylon, especially if you live in a city like Philadelphia, New York, California, like one of the major cities. That's not a lot of money, but for the type of bills you have, that's an extra $2,000 a month that you got to do whatever with. Now you might want to upgrade. You could now you got this extra $2,000 a month, so you're like, damn, all right, I might upgrade my car. I might upgrade my home a little bit. Maybe I might move into a little better neighborhood, or I might move into a bigger house. You might spend an extra $500 a month now. If you go from a $700 rent to a $1,200 rent. At the end of the day, it's not hurting your bank because the Lord bless you with this gig. And what do? You give the praises to the Heavenly Father, man. And like I said, this is just things that happen from you just seeking the Lord and His righteousness. Okay, we're not, you know what I mean. And at the end of the day, the Most High knows you better than you know yourself. So He's not going to, like I said, He's not going to put anything on you that you can't handle. And then He's also not going to give you something that you don't need, whether you ask for it or not. And if you do ask for something and you don't get it right away, you have to understand there's a timing for everything. So if something you're asking for, the Most High will either not give it to you because it's not good for you, it's not profitable for you to have. So He's like, nah, I'm not giving that to you. Or it might not be the right time for it because it's like He has something better in store for you. Nah, I don't want you to get this job. I know you got an interview on it, but I'm not going to give it to you because I got something better for you. So you got to look at things like that. All right. Now I'm gonna get this last script. This is Ecclesiastes. I'm gonna go back here and I'm gonna get 9 and verse 10. It says, "Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. For there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave whither thou goest." So at the end of the day, when you die, man, you can't take none of this shit with you. You can't take your name with you. You can't take your money with you. You can't take your wisdom, your knowledge. Because once you go to the spirit world, pretty much the things are revealed unto you. So what you do is, whatever you do here on this side, man, on this life that you live now, man, do it to the best of your ability, man, and you do it for the Lord, man. If you guys are workout boys, when you lift those weights, man, do it for the Lord, man. When you at work, if you're a salesperson, do it for the Lord. If you're a carpenter, anytime you put in a house together or whatever, do it to the Lord, man. Do it as if you're doing it for the Lord. Do your best that you can. Don't be a sluggard. Don't half-ass it, man. Because you wouldn't half-ass His truth. So you want to keep that same energy on all aspects of your life, man. Don't half-ass being a father. Don't half-ass being a husband. Don't half-ass being a brother. Don't half-ass being a worker. If you work for somebody, just like if you had your own business, you wouldn't put half the strength and ability into that. So just, hey, whatever you do it unto the Lord, man, and do it with all thy might, man. Do the best you can. Strive to be the best version of yourself. Of course, we ain't gonna be perfect in this flesh, but as long as you're striving to be as perfect as you can be, then you'll be the best version of yourself here on the side. All right. Matter of fact, I'm actually get one more script, and I'm gonna end off right here. This is Psalms chapter 1, and I'm gonna just read. I'm gonna just read the whole thing. It says, "Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of the sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful." That blesses that man. Okay, be that man, and you'll be blessed. It says, "But his delight is in the law of Yahweh, and in his law doth he meditate day and night." Hey, at the end of the day, we delight in the law because what the law is the way, the law is the righteousness. Okay, and that's why the Most High is going to give us spiritual bodies that we keep the law to 100% in its entirety, and we'll be sin proof. We won't be able to go off anymore because the law is perfect. Okay, in converting the soul, as said in Psalms 19:7. So the law is the righteous way of life. Okay, literally, it's a perfect way of living. It teaches you how to be a father, how to be a friend, how to be a brother, how to be a son, a daughter, everything, man. It teaches you how to deal with the land, how to deal with y'all know the law, man. It says, and he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper, man. And that's how you want to be, like a tree planted by rivers of water. It's constantly being watered, constantly being nourished, constantly being fed. And that tree is going to bring forth good fruits in its season, man. And its leaves are not going to wither, man. You know? So as long as you delighting in the Lord, you doing right by the Lord, man, the Lord's going to allow you to be prosperous, man. Of course, you're going to go through your little trials and temptations and shit, but that's all a part of the learning curve. That's all about lessons. That's what makes you stronger. That's what gives you more faith. That's what gives you more courage, more boldness. Anything that you're lacking, you gain it by going through experiences, okay? But in the vast scheme of things, you'll prosper, man. You'll be all right. You might be short of money this month, but the Most High will give you. You might be short 500 for this month, but then the Most High will give you 1,500 the next month, and then you got it 3 times what you was lacking, man. Okay, so understand that, all right? And then, Lord willing, this video was edifying. Till next time, shalom.